Hi Leo, here's a general look at your solar chart for June 2010. Now this is a pretty progressive, sociable sort of a period coming up. You'll be encountering perhaps new influences, maybe even some quite unusual influences are going to be coming at you at times, and you're more likely to become involved with a group of kindred spirits, or a group which has a special interest in common, either in person or over the wires. Friends will be emphasized, friendships already established, but also new acquaintances, they're going to be emphasized as well. But up until the 14th, I think you'll be inclined to socialize in a background, sort of low-key kind of a way, or within a special sort of group, like an enclosed circle of some kind. Healing, nurturing activities, spiritual activities are recommended. Artistic activities are recommended too. And also at this time you may be called upon to gather together with others, certain others, or maybe it's just one person who's needy, who needs your input in some way, who needs your caring expertise, your time, your energy. Also, it is a good time for you to be finding, a retreat space for yourself, somewhere where you can get some nurturing, some therapy, so that you can regenerate. Somewhere where you can just go off and dream a little. Reflect on things, get in touch with your inner self, your higher self. Sometimes we think too much and we get too influenced by the opinions around us. And so this is going to give you an opportunity to quiet the mind and allow, your deeper wisdom to bubble up to the surface. Now, until the 10th, you'll still be aware that it's important to create and to maintain this right outer image. Maybe there will be more dialoguing with bosses or other authority figures or bureaucracy. You would like to be seen in the best light possible at the moment, in that kind of more public image sort of way. Come up to a certain sort of standard. Maybe you feel, that you have to do this. But remember, come up to the standard that you would like for yourself. That's the most important thing. And you may be preoccupied with your social standing still, as well, up until the 10th, and think more seriously about perhaps, the professional area, and maybe stressing over that a little bit, maybe stressing over work commitments, or building in some way a good rep for yourself, so that you get the approval of those in authority, or others that you just want to make a good impression on. And some of you could be having more contact with parents as well. Now, from the 10th onwards, that changes, and then you'll be mixing and mingling more, putting your head together more with others in a kind of a team spirit, or with others of like mind. That's when, this feeling of making new contacts, new friends, that really does kick off more. That'll be, as I say, over the wires as well. Good time for networking then, very good from the 10th. And then from the 14th, well then, that's when Venus comes into your sign, and that's when you really get going with the social life, joining in with others in this kind of fuller way. It really quite a friendly sort of environment around you from then on, I think. And then you should get a lot out of new associations that you're making, old associations that you have, but also on a mental level, playing with new ideas. And in fact, you may be receiving some very unusual and inspirational ideas from this time, from that time then, some of which may seem to come out of nowhere. Now, Mars finally moves out of your sign on the 7th, taking the emphasis off personal interests and your personal goals in life, really, and giving you more of an appetite for money-making type projects, getting you to focus on that. You'll be wanting to get busier with those sorts of things. Perhaps increasing or making improvements, you know, in your for your comfort zone. That could be to do with your space. It could be property transactions. You could be getting busier with that. You could be getting busier with repairing things, maintaining things, protecting what you have, whatever feeds your sense of material security, but also your physical well-being as well. So money matters may be on your mind from the 7th, and that will be right on into the end of July. But also anything which adds value to your life, anything that you want to import into your life at the moment, any behavior that you could change which gives you better physical well-being. Something you've created already which is uniquely your own, Leo. Now is the time for you to think about how you can make improvements there, and maybe how you can translate, you know, what you know, talents, abilities, objects that you own into cash. You know, that talent, by the way, that is the time to take that talent which may have been wasting away in a dark corner of your life and turn it into something really alive and useful in your life. So Mars is going to be energizing that area, as I say, until the end of July. Saturn has returned here into this very sort of material, physical area of your life and for several weeks to come. So understand that anything that you acquire or improve or utilize, or that you wish to acquire, in fact, anything that is any financial improvement, any improvement with your physical, will need a patient approach. You know, it needs perseverance. And, you know, new interests or destinations may threaten that you take your eye off the ball, because actually long distance contacts or you know, new knowledge could be changing your life in some way. Maybe overturning an old philosophy that you had. Beliefs are likely to be shaken up as your mind is open up to fresh dimensions of thinking. New doors will be opening there, connected to travel, long distance, but also to education as well. And that education, of course, could mean you learning new stuff and receiving new information, which gets you thinking along a very new track, but also it could be you that's doing the guiding and the teaching yourself. So maybe you'll want to integrate this influx of new learning into one of these money-making ventures that you'll be working on, to utilize it to help improve that situation or health and well-being, or your comfort zone in some way. But you've got to be consistent. Now, from the 21st, there's going to be more of a feeling of preparation. Things slow down there, regeneration, so you may be inclined to get on with things behind the scenes, sort things out around you, but also put your house in order on an inner level. And that's it for June. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too, as it'll throw a different light, a new light on what I've said here. And I'll see you the next time.